think I'm going to lay off the gummies today. I think I was ODing on gummies. I eat a lot of gummy bears today. I need to give it a rest. I need to put those gummy bears under arrest. It's a fart storm. Brandon. See, I got your name right this time. Brandon. Brandon says hi. Welcome to our fart storm. Welcome to my fart storm. Welcome to my nightmare. Make you wanna be there. That's an Alice Cooper song. Welcome to my nightmare. He was on the Muppet Show one time. When I was a little kid, Alice Cooper was on the Muppet Show. That was the song he sang when he was on the Muppet Show. Welcome to my nightmare. Hi. Hi, everyone. That's right. Farts on demand. All right, steak and baked potato. I had chili mac. Macaroni with chili. Chili with no beans. I gotta watch out for those beans. Mac and chili. And a variety of other things. Was your steak well done? I always like mine to be well done. I don't like that red middle when it comes to steak. Steak is really a dead cow. But we try to push that out of our minds when we're enjoying a good steak. This is what I do right before I go to sleep. I try to squeeze in another stream. I've been wearing this shirt all day. I gotta go through my closet and see if I can find another shirt. My other Aloha shirt is in the wash. I need to turn on the washer. Welcome to another episode of Eddie's Fun House. Eddie's Fun House. I was just watching Tom Green. Tom Green was doing a stream. So I said, maybe I should start a stream. Chocolate covered pretzels. Chocolate covered pretzels. That's what I'm snacking on today. Chocolate. I never say no to chocolate. Snacks are allowed in Eddie's Fun House. I also wear t-shirts. I used to wear t-shirts that say things on them. In California, I was able to get a lot of t-shirts that said things. I had a big collection of them. I had one that said, it's always funny until someone gets hurt, then it's hilarious. It's only funny until someone gets hurt, then it's hilarious. I had a shirt that had a pair of dice on it. Yeah, it was a t-shirt that had a pair of dice and it said, "Blow me for luck." Blow me for luck. I missed that t-shirt. It had a big dice, a big pair of dice. I need a bigger water container. I don't want to run out. I don't want to run out of water. You can actually die if you don't have water. They say in a survival situation, you should drink all the water you can. Some people have died. Some people have died with a full canteen of water because they didn't do that. They didn't drink. When you are in a survival situation, you should drink all of that water so you don't dehydrate. That's a good rule of thumb, don't you think? Keep yourself healthy. Who watched Captain Kangaroo? I remember watching Captain Kangaroo when I was growing up. They had the brush your teeth song. Brush your teeth round and round, circles small, gums and all, to keep your teeth healthy and stop tooth decay. Clean very carefully 3 times a day. Round and round, circles small, gums and all, to keep your teeth healthy and stop tooth decay. Clean very carefully 3 times a day. I wish I would have done that. I just have a mouthful of cavities. I think sometimes they sabotage your teeth. I went years and years with no real cavity problems. And then all of a sudden it just hit me. Some people have so many viewers they can't read all the comments. They can't read all the chats. I was watching Tom Green when he did his stream. I think he's still doing his stream. But everyone's typing in things, and it's hard to read them. It's impossible to read them all. It's like, wow, slow down. Slow down with the comments. Sometimes you got to scroll back. You got to scroll back and roll back so you can catch all of them. Well, I'm up. I'm up and what time is it right now? I'm trying to swoop. There we go. It's 9:46 Eastern Standard Time. I'm inside now. Tee-hee. I want to do the fake laugh exercise. I want to see how it works. It's of my own invention. You start out with a fake laugh, and then you see how contagious it is when you start off with a fake laugh. Oh, aggravated. Yes. That's a big word, aggravated, with 2 G's. Aggravated. I get aggravated when chat goes very fast. I know you can't keep up. It's impossible. It'll be neat when they do it like Skype. If YouTube can kind of look into how Skype is done. I think Skype you can see both. I could see you and you could see me if we were Skyping. I need to get my laptop out, see if I can upload Skype. Maybe I can Skype some of my my subscribers. I think that'd be a lot more fun. You can talk to me by way of Skype. And there is in the description there is a donate channel. If you'd like to donate, not channel, a donate link, sorry. A donate link. And I'm saying Brandon. For the longest time I was saying Brian. And then I kept getting, I'm not Brian. I'm not Brian. I'm not Brian. It's like every time I looked down I swore I was saying Brian. But it's not Brian. It's Brandon. Now that we got that out of the way, I'll see how many people are here with me by the time this is all over. I hope to accumulate lots of viewers over time. My shorts are doing pretty good. Doing pretty well. If I use my grammar correctly. My shorts! Earlier today I had a spider on my shorts. I had a spider. Spiders just kind of pop up out of nowhere. They say you're never more than 9 feet away from a spider. You're always at least 9 feet away from a spider, or something like that. I don't remember exactly how that goes. Hey, I could use that Gatorade container. That's what I can do. I have that. See, this Gatorade container. See that Gatorade container? I could fill that with ice and water. I'd be good to go. I'd be set for life. I want to keep that. That's what I should do when I'm outside. I'll never run out of water. We have an ice maker, so I could just pour all the ice in there, take it outside and fill it up with a water hose. But then I'd need to lift it up somehow. I'd need 2 tables, one for my Gatorade and one for my tripod. I guess I could play some more jaw harp. I like my jaw harp holder. Oh, oh. I think I need to turn on the ceiling fan. It's getting warm in here. I think those lights are what makes it warm in here. Does that look scary? Could you imagine somebody following you around the house? Boing, 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 boing. Okay, here I go. I'm going to turn on that ceiling fan. I really don't want to get all sweaty. Sweaty isn't good. People pass out when they get too sweaty. I don't want I should pass out. There we go. There we go. All right. I hope I get a 5G phone soon. 5G, because this is slow. This is a little slow. I noticed when I was watching Azura Dragonfeather. Have you ever followed Azura Dragonfeather? She does streams. I guess YouTube likes us when we do streams. When we stream, we get to interact. We get to know our people. So Bowling Green, Kentucky The weather is kind of scary in Bowling Green. Shouldn't it be called Putting Green? Putting Green, Kentucky? So you could play putt-putt golf. Have you ever played putt-putt golf? I think people call it miniature golf. Miniature golf is pretty fun. That's a good place to take your first date. Take them to miniature golf. It's so challenging. People have a good time. I remember yard darts. Yard darts was pretty fun until people started going to the emergency room. It would send them to the emergency room because they didn't know how to play properly. Yes, they do. And people know it. When you wave, they can see that sweat mark. That's why wearing beige, wearing khakis can make you, people will know that you're sweating, especially when you sit down for a long time. You ever go for a long drive? Your air conditioner, what is it, leather seats? Leather and vinyl seats cause your back to sweat, and you wind up with a sweaty back. And then you go in to order your McDonald's meal, and you have a sweaty back. He has a sweaty back. Sweaty back, and sometimes your bum gets wet because you've been sitting in a vinyl seat or leather or Corinthian leather if you're rich enough. Corinthian. I'm sitting here with my citrine. This is pretty cool. It looks like it's got clouds in it. Citrine. They say it's a crystal that doesn't need to be cleansed. It's a self-cleansing crystal. Citrine. It looks like one of those, it's been storming here in Bowling Green, Kentucky all day. Wow. Here in Georgia, storms happen, but they don't last very long. We get storms, but they only last for like an hour at the most. Bowling Green. Welcome to Bowling Green. Sounds like a celebrity game. Welcome to Bowling Green. Celebrity bowling. Bill Murray is pretty good at bowling. He was in that movie Kingpin. They say he was actually bowling those strikes. He was actually bowling. He was doing pretty well at the bowling. Bill Murray came to a restaurant, Baby Jane's. There's a restaurant here in Georgia, in Dallas, Georgia, called Baby Jane's. And there's a picture of Bill Murray in there. I don't know if it's still there. Bill Murray came to my town many years ago. I don't know what he was filming. A lot of movies are filmed here. The Walking Dead was filmed here in Atlanta. I think it was Atlanta. The Walking Dead. A lot of people have heard of The Walking Dead. Then they had that post show. Chris Hardwick would do After Walking Dead or something like that. And they would talk to some of the actors and actresses. That was a pretty popular show. I talked to a guy once in a while who set up the scenes. I haven't seen him in a while. He used to come into Happy Hog when I'd go to Happy Hog. It was a barbecue place. My friend Charles, he owned Happy Hog. Or I think he was the owner of Happy Hog. Happy Hog Barbecue. They were in Hiram. They had a Hiram location. It's still there. No, I haven't. I remember Mugman. Mugman was here yesterday, I think. I remember. I've never been to Bowling Green, Kentucky. I think I've been to Alabama with a banjo on my knee. I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. My aunt lives in Alabama. I lived in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I lived there for a while when I was really young. Where else did I? I was in North Carolina. No, I haven't. I've definitely heard of Kansas. I've never been. There's a lot of places I've never been. I was in, yeah, Alabama, North Carolina, California. I spent a long time in California. In Hawaii. My dad was stationed there in Hawaii for about 3 years. That was an interesting experience. I got to snorkel. It's been a while since I've been snorkeling. I've always wanted to go to the Great Barrier Reef. I was thinking about that. The Great Barrier Reef. That'd be a good place to go scuba diving. Go out on a boat. I wonder how many sharks are in the Great Barrier Reef. Sharks and, well, there's probably some turtles. I think I've seen some footage of the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. I am your one true love. Well, great. Well, just like it says in the description, I love you too. I think that's what I put in my description. I love you too. I want to give. I want to give back. Especially love. So that's teardrop. Teardrop sad Edis. I'll just call you Teardrop. How's that? I'm trying to think of what song has been stuck in my head. Do you love me? Do you love me, baby? Do you love me? Do you love me? Fishing is fun, especially when you can get out on a boat. Get out on a boat and get away from everybody. Sometimes just off the shore. You just go offshore, and then you have that little bell, the little bell that lets you know you have a bite. Or watch the Bobber Bob. Have you ever watched the Bobber Bob? Bob watches Bobber. Bob watches his Bobber. Bob watches his Bobber Bob. That's a good tongue twister. Bob watches his Bobber Bob. And then he knows he has a fish. I used to catch pan trout. They were called, yeah, pan trout. When I was in California. Pan trout, what else? Salmon. Salmon are scary looking. You ever seen a salmon up close? Salmon swim up river, and then they spawn. They swim up river. Bear just wait for them to jump in their mouth. Have you ever seen those videos? The bears sit there on the river and they just, oh, catfish. Catfish can get quite large. You ever watch Anna Barron or Hannah Barron? Hannah Barron does noodling. She goes in there and just catches these huge catfish, almost as big as she is. Catfish. Catfish can sting you. That's what I've heard. You got to be careful with those catfish. They have these barbs. There are some fish in Hawaii that had barbs right near their tail. I think I got poked by one of those barbs. I think I would remember. if I was poked by a barb. I've seen some eels. Eels are pretty cool to look at. They don't chase you. They just poke their head out. And they have huge teeth. They have hinging teeth. So you wouldn't want to be bitten by an eel. Electric eels are pretty fascinating. Have you seen that video with a dog trying to bite an eel? The dog gets shocked. Alligators, crocodiles try to bite electric eels and they get shocked. They can deliver quite a wallop. Electric eels. That must be a big surprise. You go to touch a slimy eel and you get the crap shocked out of you. It can kill a person. The kind of voltage. They say it's the amperage that kills you. It's not the volts so much. I guess if you have a heart condition like I do, it's a good idea not to touch anything electrical. I want to see if I can go back to selling stun guns. I used to sell stun guns. Those are a pretty hot item. Maybe I could raffle off a stun gun. I've been wanting to see if I could raise some funds. I have some things I want to raffle off. All you have to do is donate. If you donate, you'll be automatically entered to be picked. I will randomly pick somebody, just at random. I have a couple of bulletproof vests. That would be a good thing to own nowadays. A good thing to own is a bulletproof vest. They're kind of like those military style bulletproof vests. I think tomorrow what I'll do is I'll wear one. I'll wear one while I'm doing a stream so I can show it off. That thing will be hard to ship too because it's such a heavy item. A bulletproof vest. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to participate. Participate in a raffle. I was doing raffles. One person won a katana, a samurai sword. I was raffling off a samurai sword. Some people will donate things to raffle. I'll have to see if I can get someone to donate something. One guy donated a Harley Davidson motorcycle. There was somebody that was doing raffles, and somebody who was a dealer, a Harley Davidson dealer. That would be easy to sell, or easy to raffle. See if somebody wouldn't mind donating a Harley Davidson motorcycle. And it all started here. Raffles. Who has heard of a raffle? A raffle is when you basically buy a ticket. You pay for a ticket and then you get picked. You get picked at random. And then I could use my my community page to let people know. You know who does good catfish was Happy Hog. Happy Hog. They'd have a catfish special. I'd always get the catfish with tartar sauce. Batter fried. I think it was batter fried catfish. There's a lot of meat on the catfish. So I got 2 likes. I think the most I've gotten was 5. I think the most likes I've gotten lately is 5 likes. So it looks like one person is hanging on. I saw a 4 up there earlier. Teardrop sends I'm their one true love. I got some new subscribers today. Mugman. I wonder if Mugman is still here. He's probably up past his bedtime. I'm up past my bedtime. I'll try to stay on at least an hour. There we go. Let's play some more jaw harp. Oh yeah? You can barely keep your eyes open. Fishing is kind of fun. I always like to wear a hat when I go fishing. I like my sombrero style hat. They're called boonie caps. Some people call them boonie caps. I have a hat my brother used to wear when he was in Afghanistan. We traded hats because his head is a bit. Our head sizes are different, so his hat fit me better. I agree. My brother has a straw hat. I had a straw hat. Those are pretty good for a good shade. I've always wanted one of those Chinese hats. You ever seen those Chinese hats? They kind of look like a funnel. They're like a cone shape, kind of. You ever seen Sucker Punch? Those hats that those samurai were wearing? Those big giant samurai? Those are pretty badass. Can you say badass? So we got Brandon N. Who else is here? We got Teardrop, Mugman, Fart. Oh no, T. Harrison. He put Fart. Sometimes it's hard to tell where their logo ends and where their chat begins. There we go. What time is it? It's Mercury time. And it is, come on, it's 10:10. 10:10 is an angel number, I think. Whenever you see multiple numbers, the same of a certain number. 11:11, if you see 11:11, that means your angel's around you. Have you ever had a ghost visit you? I think I have. I was laying in bed and I started smelling cigar smoke. And nobody smokes cigars in my house. Nobody smokes cigars, but I smelled cigar smoke. Sometimes I'll just smell flowers. They say if you smell flowers, angels are around you. If you smell flowers. Or if you see feathers. If you just suddenly start seeing feathers. That makes my nose itch. I've got my lucky jaw harp. My lucky jaw harp. All right. I think I've fallen in love with this shirt. I like how it's a breathable material. It doesn't hold in the heat. I like when it doesn't hold in the heat. Obelisk. That's the word I was trying to look for. This looks like an obelisk. In Egypt, they have obelisks. Crystals always seem to have 6 sides to them. Crystal means ice. It's a crystal. This one looks like it's got a ghost. There's a ghost in there. If you look carefully, you'll see a ghost in my crystal. Kind of like that pareidolia. When you look at a cloud and you see certain shapes. That's pretty cool. Pareidolia. Para what? That's pretty cool. Every time I turn it, I see a different image. Mystic Crystal Revelation. Are you having as much fun as I am? Seeing how late I can stay up? I think 11 o'clock is when I'll hit the hay. I'll get some shut-eye. There's all kinds of terminology we use for going to bed. Hit the hay, shut-eye, catch some Z's, go quietly into that good night. I will not go quietly into that good night. I will rage against the dying of the light. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, and I have many promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. That was on the movie Telephone. You ever seen Telephone? It was about this guy who could hypnotize people. He'd be on the phone with somebody, and he would say, "The woods are lovely, dark and deep, and I have many promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep." And then they would do what he said, because he hypnotized them. Sweaty equals stinky. Sweaty equals stinky. A lot of times if people are sweaty, they're also stinky. There was an antiperspirant called Sure. Remember that? Raise your hand if you're sure. Sure, antiperspirant. I think that was back in the 70s. Way back in the 1970s. That's weird. People who are millennials, they're like 22 years old now. 24 years old. They're 24 years old now. All the millennials. The ones that were born in 2000. 2024. I was born in 1968. Wow. Way before the turn of the century. Sometimes the century turns, and you're caught in the turn of the century. Like it's no new news yet. Hats are a good thing to have in the sun. If you're ever stuck on a boat, if you're ever out there. I like wearing my life vest too. A life vest is always a good policy. A good insurance policy, you know, if you ever capsize. Wasn't it Lake Gitchigumi? You ever heard that song? Lake Gitchigumi. It was the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald. That actually happened. They made a song about it. Lake Superior, that's what it was called. Lake Superior. They also called it Lake Gitchigumi. The Chippewa said that she never gives up her dead. When the October wind starts a blowing. That's a pretty good song. I think Gordon Lightfoot sang that song. It was, yeah, it was all about the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald. When the October, I think it was the October wind. When the November, no, it was the November wind. When the November wind starts a blowing. I think it was an oil tanker. It was a lake that was Lake Superior is a very big lake, and a storm happened on Lake Superior, and it caused the Edmund Fitzgerald to sink. They weren't expecting that. You ever watch Deadliest Catch? That's got to be a scary job. A lot of people lose cargo when the waves start. When there's a storm, they lose lots of cargo. I was watching videos about that. Could you imagine you're carrying storage containers and all of a sudden the waves start coming and then you lose a lot of, you lose money too. That's losing money when the cargo just goes over the side of the ship. Unless you got good cranes. I guess they use balloons. If you want to get something, if you want to raise a ship that's been sunk, they use balloons. They fill up the balloons and it brings the ship back to the surface. On Mythbusters, they use ping pong balls. They sunk a small boat, and then they brought it to the surface with ping pong balls. They just started pumping ping pong balls into the ship. I think it was a small boat or a ship. I like watching the Mythbusters or Mythbusters. Now they've kind of gone their own separate ways. Adam Savage still does videos. He does unboxings and such. Who watches I want to say Ghostbusters, but it was I'm eating yogurt. Yogurt's good, as long as it has a flavor. Have you ever tried to eat yogurt by itself? That's terrible. It just tastes terrible, unless you have peaches or strawberries. I like to do that every once in a while. Just get a little cup of yogurt. That always cheers me up. A little cup of yogurt. Yogurt. Yoplait. I think Yoplait yogurt has little pieces of strawberry, little pieces of blueberry. Blueberry yogurt with actual blueberries. Blueberries. And then there's frozen yogurt. I remember a deli. There was a deli that was in California that had frozen yogurt. They would sell it by how much it weighed. You could just put your yogurt in the cup and put like chocolate chips and gummy bears and all that. And then they put it on a scale. Yoplait, that's right. They had a pretty good commercial for Yoplait for a while. I guess yogurt doesn't need commercials anymore. Everyone kind of likes yogurt. Starbucks, I don't think I've ever seen a Starbucks commercial. I've never seen a Starbucks commercial. They're so popular already. They don't need a commercial. Arby's. I haven't seen an Arby's commercial either. I guess after a while they do so well, they don't need commercials. Taco Bell. I haven't seen a Taco Bell commercial. I used to see Budweiser commercials when I was young. Here comes the king, here comes the king, here comes the big number one. They called Budweiser the king of beers. Budweiser was the king of beers. And they had the Clydesdales. I remember that. Big old Clydesdale horses. Here comes the king, here comes the king, here comes a big number one. Budweiser beer is second to none. Something like that. I remember watching those when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I'd see beer commercials. If you've got the time, we've got the beer. Miller beer. And then there was Pabst Blue Ribbon. If you've got the time. Oh, Michelob. Wasn't there? There was Michelob too. Weekends were made for having fun. Weekends were made for Michelob. That's what I remember the most was, if you've got the time, we've got the beer. Miller beer. Oh my goodness, now I want a beer. That would be good for a 55-year-old man. A 55-year-old man should have a beer. I wonder if it would conflict with my medications. I'm on all kinds of heart medications. I don't think a beer would be a good idea. Death by beer. Beer, beer, beer. If you've got the time, we've got the beer. Weekends were made for Michelob. I would like to... Yes, Budweiser. Here comes the king, here comes the king, here comes the big number one. Budweiser beer is second to none. I still remember those beer commercials from so long ago. I think they stopped putting beer commercials on TV because it influenced so many people. I guess underage drinking. Underage drinking is not a good idea. People need to be responsible when they drink. Please drink responsibly. That's what they say. Please drink responsibly. I should do a drinking episode. Get a couple of beers and sit here and see how well I can talk after a couple of beers. How well can Ed talk after he's had a few beers? I might talk more if I've had a few beers. I think that's what seniors should be able to do. If you're a senior, you should drink as much as you want. As long as you don't drive. As long as you don't take to the road. If you can pass the breathalyzer, they have cars with, before you can drive, you have to pass the breathalyzer. You have to blow into something, or the car won't start. I think that's a great idea. You have to blow into your car, into your ignition, I guess. You blow into some kind of a tube, and if you don't pass the breathalyzer, if you blow a very high alcohol content, you can't start your car. That's ingenious. I think some bars make you give up your keys. Some bars, some responsible bars, they make you give up your keys. And if you're drunk, they don't give them back to you. They make you call somebody to come pick you up, which also is ingenious. Hey, could you come pick up your friend? Could you come pick up your mom? Could you imagine it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and the bar is closing, and you get a call from the bartender. Could you come pick up your mother? She's way too drunk. Who else is having a snack? Who else is not ashamed to admit that they're having a snack? I should call this episode Up at 10, because I'm up at 10. We'll call this Welcome to Eddie's Fun House. We're up at 10. So I think 11 o'clock I'll shut this down. It's time to shut it down at 11 o'clock. Many years ago I used to stay up for Creature Feature. Creature Feature started at 11:30. I think it was 11:30. They'd play some old horror show, some old black and white. I think one time they played Day of the Animals. That wasn't black and white. Day of the Animals. That's kind of a scary movie. It's a day when all the animals attack people. There were snakes and bears. Day of the And then there was Earthquake. There was a movie called Earthquake. When I was in the theater, they rigged the chairs to make you think you were in an earthquake. It was scary. It was scary. You're sitting there watching a movie, and whenever the earthquake hit, the chair would shake. They had the speakers too. The speakers were kind of like big amplifiers, and it felt like you were in an earthquake when you were watching Earthquake. Then there was like the Towering Inferno, Night of the Living Dead. That's what started all the Romero movies. Romero passed away. That was filmed in Pittsburgh. Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead. They made it sound real scary. Dawn of the Dead. Who's seen that movie? Dawn of the Dead. That was a scary ass movie, especially when you're not even a teenager yet. And you watch people being ripped apart and bitten in the neck, chewed on by zombies. It was pretty graphic for that time. Dawn of the Dead. And then in 1985 there was Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead. Anything Dead. Night of the Living Dead. That was filmed in black and white. Some people were watching that movie in the drive-in. They were watching it. That must have been scary as hell. The first time you ever see a zombie in a movie. Dawn of the Dead was about a mall. They were all in a mall together. There were a lot of documentaries made about the filming locations. I think the Grim Life Collective went there in Pittsburgh. And they showed locations where they landed the helicopter. They had to land on a roof. They landed the helicopter on the roof. And then one of the guys who became a zombie, he was teaching. There's always one girl, too, I've noticed. In all of the Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead, there was always just one girl. I wonder what that is. All the other girls are just too slow. And they get eaten by zombies or bitten by zombies. There were a lot of female zombies, but not female regular people. I noticed that. A lot of movies I saw, horror movies, there was always just one female in the movie. It was part of the protagonists. I guess the antagonists were the zombies. And then there's Hills Have Eyes. There were two different versions of that. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There were two different versions. One was a more modern version with Jessica Biel. R. Lee Ermey was in there too. He played the crazy sheriff. The crazy sheriff. A lot of people passed away. Wow. Just in 2024. A lot of people, it was their time to go. The year of the Reaper, that's what they should call 2024. No, 2023. I think last year, a lot of people died. My doggy died this year. It's like, and I had a dream. I had a dream just before this stream. I had a dream that I was cleaning out my dog's water dish. He has like this water dispenser, and every once in a while I would clean it out. The dream was I was on a porch. I was on a porch and my dog was there. So I guess my doggy was with me in my dream. I'm having dreams about my dog. So who's with me so far? Who's with me now? It is 8, no, it's 10:33. Not a whole lot of people are up this hour. Maybe the word will get out. Maybe the word will get out that I'm up at this hour. Maybe tomorrow morning I'll have more of a shindig. More of a powwow. We could put the wow in powwow. So I guess I'll stop this when we reach the hour mark. Seems like only 2 people are with me today. This lovely night. This hot Georgia night. We're here on a hot Georgia night. Not a lot's being said here. Brandon. We got Brandon that's been hanging on from what it looks like. Everyone else just popped in. We got the popper-inners. I guess everyone else is as sleepy as I am. Sleepy. Oh wait, more has been said, I think. Nope. No more has been said. If you got the time, we've got the beer. I don't know why I'm thinking about beer commercials. I guess because I'm remembering my earlier years. I think it's time for my next psychiatric evaluation. That'd be cool to have a psychiatrist. Have a psychiatrist as a guest to give us all psychiatric evaluations. To see if we're fit to stand trial. Tell me, Doc, am I fit to stand trial? I went to the doc to see what he could give me. He said, son, you've gone too far. He said, smoking and tripping is all that you do. Fairies wear boots. That's how that song goes. Walking home late last night. Yes, suddenly I got a fright. I went to the window and surprised what I saw. Fairies with boots are dancing with a dwarf. I went to the doc to see what he could give me. He said, son, you've gone too far. He said, smoking and tripping is all that you do. Fairies wear boots and you gotta believe me. Oh, I'm glad I have a tissue. I'm glad I have a tissue. Get a my nose. My nose has this reaction. I'm having a reaction to the dust. I can feel the dust hitting my nose. I don't think the fan has anything to do with it. Can everyone hear me okay? Is everyone having such fun? More fun than the law will allow? Are you having fun, more fun than the law will allow? I'll try to answer all the comments here. I think they're called comments. They're not called chats. They're comments. People leave comments. Damn it! Oh, oh, there we go. Oh, oh yeah. Let out all that tension. Tension. I've been working on a man with blonde hair and a tan. Who watches the Rocky Horror Picture Show on a regular basis? Let's go up to the lab and see what's on the slab. I know you shiver with anticipation. Good old cartoon farts. Good old cartoonish farts. In high definition, high resolution, state-of-the-art cartoon farts. Okay. Well, if not much is going on, I think I could put on my nightcap. Put on my nightcap and see if I could dream about my dog again. Poor Shaggy. Poor Shaggy. I'm gonna miss him. It's now 10:40. Do you know where your children are? It's 10:40. Do you know where your children are? I think I could eat one more chocolate-covered pretzel. Then I'll get the sugar shakes. I'll have trouble going to sleep because I'll have the sugar shakes. Sugar, sugar. Ah, honey, honey. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. Ah, sugar, sugar. Ah, honey, honey. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. Good old 60s songs. I think that is a 60s song. Good morning, starlight. The earth says hello. You sweet ball of lava twinkles below. Good morning, starlight. Oh, wow. You can tell it's past my bedtime. Shooby dooby dooby la la lo lo. Early morning singing song. Sing, 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 sing song. Good morning, starlight. The earth says hello. You sweet ball of lava twinkles below. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius. 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 Sympathy and understanding. Harmony and lust abounding. Mystic crystal revelation. Aquarius. Aquarius. Is everyone having a good time? Some people are popping in, listening to some quality music. Come along and sing a song and join our jamboree. Mickeymouse. Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse. Forever let us hold our banner high, 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 high. Come along and sing our song and join our jamboree. Mickeymouse. That's what they sang at the end of Full Metal Jacket. You ever watch Full Metal Jacket? And all the Marines were marching after the sniper scene, I think. Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse. Forever let us hold our banner high. I hope I'm not plagiarizing. I just want to share the Mickey Mouse song. M-I-C. You're having fun. All right. Yeah. Reminiscing. People in our age group. God damn it. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fuddly fun. We're going to have some fuddly fun here. Isn't that what Ned Flanders would say? Oakley dokley. We're having some funnily fun here. In Christ. I think everybody knows the Simpsons characters. I think it's safe to say they've been out for a long time. How much is that dog in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. Beams, what's up? Goat, 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 goat. The head of Baphomet. I think it's Baphomet. Yeah, Baphomet or Baphomet. Like you say, beret. Beret is spelled with an A. Beret. Baphomet. The scapegoat. So someone's joined us. We got Brandon. We got Memes. Memes has popped by to say hi. Mickeymouse. Hey, we can spell like Bingo was his name-o. Bingo, Bingo, and Bingo was his name-o. There was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name-o. Bingo, Bingo. His name was Bingo. Wasn't that what the Riddler said? Tommy Lee Jones played Two-Face. What was interesting was Two-Face. You ever seen No Country for Old Men? Bingo. That's right. There was a farmer, okay? He had a dog, and Bingo was his name-o. And then there was Old MacDonald. Old MacDonald also had a farm. Old MacDonald with a cluck-cluck here and a cluck-cluck there. Here a cluck, there a cluck, everywhere a cluck-cluck. Old MacDonald had a farm. Old MacDonald had a farm, and he had a cow with a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there. Here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm. There was a farmer, had a dog, and Bingo. Okay, that's enough. I like to play on words. Well, I guess this is what we do when we stay up late at night. We reminisce about the songs we heard. Fee, fi, fo, fum. That's not a song. Three blind mice, see how they run, see how they run. She cut off their tails with a carving knife? Have you ever seen such a sight in your life? There's a lot of grim stories behind those songs. Ring Around the Rosie, I guess was about the cholera epidemic. That destroys my childhood. Songs about disease. We got your disease in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. How do I like? I guess you hit that thumb up there. You got to move your little cursor and click on it. I don't know, a lot of people don't see that. I guess you can, there's all those, yeah. I don't know if you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing. At the top, I guess you'd be seeing the top left-hand corner where all the likes are. I guess you can't see it if you're on your phone. You found it! All right! Whoa, hey, hey, there's a light in the darkness. Clicked! It's clicked. Click that like button. Give that like button a good massage. You ever watch Ballin? Mr. Ballin? I don't think that's his real name. He was talking about what his real name was. He's a guy who tells a lot of scary stories. Why don't you take that like button and give it a handshake? And then rub some butter on it. And tell it give it some love. Give that like button some love. If I can say things. I can say things. If I don't talk too fast. Clicked and found. Found and clicked. The cheese stands alone. That's one thing that's for sure. One thing for sure, the cheese stands alone. That's another farm song. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon, the little dog laughed to see such a sight, and the dish ran away with the spoon. What other nursery rhymes? There was one that was about a dog. Old Mother Hubbard went to her cupboard to give her poor dog a bone. And when she got there, her cupboard was bare. That's pretty depressing, isn't it? She just wanted to give her poor dog a bone. But when she got there, the cupboard was bare. Yes, Mary had a little lamb, whose fleece was white as snow. Everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Mary had a little lamb. She must have went to Applebee's. She must have went to, it's got to be Applebee's. That's what their logo was. Or not logo. They call it their jingle. It's got to be Applebee's. And then there was Chili's. I want my baby back ribs. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. Chili's baby back ribs. Baby back ribs. You're going to sleep? Good night. All right. You know, don't do what you can't handle. Don't get high on your own supply. Don't get high on your own supply. Don't hide it, divide it. I remember hearing all those in California. When I was in California, that was the drug culture. Don't hide it, divide it. Don't get high on your own supply. So here it's the Bible Belt. We're in the Bible Belt in Georgia. Georgia's part of the Bible Belt. Beans, rice, and Jesus Christ. Beans, rice, and Jesus Christ. Okay, that's enough distraction. Halloween's pretty fun around here. Halloween. Happy Halloween. A lot of people go to the spirit stores to get their costumes. I have some Halloween footage. If you look in my shorts, I have Halloween footage. Kids are coming up to get their candy. Some of their costumes are pretty creative. That's what I like doing. I like going to my brother's house for Halloween. Out there where he lives, they actually give candy to the residents in his neighborhood. They give candy to make sure the kids have candy on Halloween. Like they show up to their house with a big old bag of candy. We've had to turn some kids away because we ran out of candy. We tried to make the candy stretch. But there's so many kids in the neighborhood. So many kids wearing so many costumes. It boggles the mind. All right. I think the Sandman has visited me. You remember the Sandman? He sprinkles a little sand on you and you fall asleep. Hush, little baby, don't say a word, and never mind that noise you heard. Chelsea, welcome Chelsea. One of our repeat customers. Exit light into night, grain of sand, off to never, never land. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. Hush, little baby, don't say a word, and never mind that noise you heard. It's just a beast under your bed, in the closet in your head. Exit light into night, grain of sand, off to never, never land. That deserves a fart. That deserves an honorary fart. There we go. I'm glad I can remember all those words. So we've got Beams just left. Chelsea just came on. How old is Chelsea? I don't think I ever asked that. How old is Chelsea? Chelsea, are you in, let me see, who else is here? Beams joined us. Brandon might still be here. I'm glad I'm saying Brandon. I was saying, anyway, so there's N joined us. Then there was Teardrop. Then there was Mugman. I see a 5 up there. 5 likes. Yee-hoo! We're breaking records today. We reached the beaches and ruled the pools. Eddie's Funhouse is where it's at. Eddie's Funhouse is where it's at. Flatulence. What's not funny about flatulence? Unexpected flatulence. Like when you're in a library and it's supposed to be very quiet. It's supposed to be very quiet in the library, and all of a sudden, unexpected flatulence. I feel so sorry for somebody who farts in a library. A really good one, too. One of those things you thought were going to be a one-cheek sneak, And it turns out to be a horn resounding. Let's blow the horn resounding. A nice wet, slippery fart in the library. I think I would get up and take a bow if I were the one who gave an audible fart in a library. All heads were turned. That was a head turner. You hear a, and then everybody turns their head. And then you get up and take a bow. Get up and take a bow. Get up and, that should be a Guinness Book of World Records thing. The loudest fart. I hear in the medieval times, one of the things were people who could fart on demand. They could fart on demand or on command. They were sought after. People can actually do that. They can actually suck in air and force it out. There was a guy on American Idol, I think. A guy came on American Idol. They called him Fart Man or something like that. The guy would lay down and he would suck in air and blow it out. And it would make a good fart noise. And they actually put flour. They put flour on his butt to show that it was him. Flour. They got him up on a table and they poured flour on his bum and he sucked it in and blew it out. Sorry if that got too graphic. Hopefully I brought some laughs. I always like to try to think of things like that. I can sleep well tonight knowing that I had 5 likes. Who's with me now? Who's with me now? We got two people. Well, I guess this will go down in history. This will be part of our archives. We can always click back years from now. Years from now when I have my whole head shaved. I've noticed that I am losing hair. I'm starting to get that thing here. And I'll try not to be too self-conscious. People who lose their hair get flat tops. I've noticed that. They keep doing, because it makes them look like they still have hair when they get the flat top. I guess that's part of turning 50. When you turn 50, you start losing hair. Your vision gets blurry. Then you start to fade away. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. And never mind that noise you heard. It's just a beast under your bed. In the closet in your head. If you want to scare a kid, sing him those words. It's just a beast under your bed.
Time.
Oh, it looks like the time has changed. It's moon time. It's moon time here. Here we go. Who's joined us? Who's with us now? At this unusual hour. Oh, it's so nice to have the ceiling fan. The ceiling fan calms me. It calms the savage beast. I think we can calm the savage beast. See if I can cover up all the finger holes. I want to thank all my new subscribers and all the ones that keep popping in. The ones who join. There we go. That sounds very indigenous. All right. I got that out of my system. Okay. Wow, you can tell I'm trying to stay awake. I'm trying to stay awake. I'm fighting. I'm fighting the sleep. The inevitable sleep. It's inevitable. Things are inevitably going to change. Things are inevitably going to change. I'm sorry, what? Inevitable. God damn it, woman. Woman, open your fucking ears. Wasn't that Kim Jong-il? Back in that era? Kim Jong-il. Kim Jong-il, yo. I'm so lonely, so lonely. Lonely and sad we alone. I have no one, just me only. Sitting on my little throne. I work very hard and make up great friends. Nobody listens, no one understands. I wish someone take me seriously. Until then, I'll be lonely. Poet told me I'm the smartest, most clever, most physically fit. Nobody else seems to realize it. Something like that. I wish I knew the words of that song. I'm so lonely, so lonely, lonely and sad we alone. I have no one, just me only. Until then, I'll just be lonely. Poet told me. I like that. That's kind of like a pick-me-up. All right. Who's with me still? Who's been hanging on? Who's been hanging on with all these wild hairs I'm getting? All these chills. I've got chills. They're multiplying, and I'm losing control. And the power you're supplying, it's electrifying. You better shape up. I better shape up, 'cause she needs a man, and her heart is set on me. You're the one I love. Ooh, 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 honey, the one I love. Ooh, 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 the one I need. Oh, yes, indeed. Who remembers Grease? People remember Grease. Wow, look at that. 6 likes. Yay! I'm pushing the boundaries. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all enjoyed the time we share. It's time to lay down and breathe softly until I go off to Never Never Land. Off to Never Never Land. Goodbye, everyone. I guess there's somebody's going to say goodbye. I don't know. Who's near their computer right now? Who's holding on to their phone? Who's joined us right now? Wow, an hour and 30 minutes. An hour and 30 minutes, folks. We're pushing the envelope. We're pushing the boundaries. We're tearing down those walls. Take a kayak and tear down those walls. Take a kayak and tear down those walls. Who said that? Wasn't that? She was a singer. Take a kayak and tear down those walls. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down those walls. All in all, we're just another brick in the wall. All right. Who's with us? I see a 2 up there. Can somebody say hi? Can somebody say hi? For the love of Justin Bieber, say hi. I encourage you. Just say hi. Just type something in there. Come on. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you? Who's with us? Somebody. Okay, I'm staying up way too late. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. I will find a center in you. I will chew it up and leave. I will only complicate you. Trust me. Trust me. Why can we not be sober? Why can't we start? Why can't we start this over? I will find a center in you. I will chew it up and leave. I will only complicate you. If you like my singing, give me a hell yeah. Give me a hell yeah. It's good to stay hydrated. You should always have a container of water nearby in case you break out in a sweat, you know, in case you have to dab your upper lip, you know. Sometimes you have to dab your upper lip. When you're operating in a hot room, it's good to have somebody dab your forehead, you know, to keep you from sweating into your eyes. All right. I'm tired, everybody. I think it's time to say goodbye. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. M-I-C, see you real soon. K-E-Y. Why? Because I like you. M-O-U-S-E. That was a cover for legal purposes. I'm not plagiarizing. I'm doing a cover for Mickey Mouse, for the Mickey Mouse Club. Don't sue me. Don't sue me because I'm singing M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. I think as long as you acknowledge the artists of Walt Disney Incorporated, I think, you'll be okay. All right. You can tell I'm tired. I'm tired, but nobody's saying anything. What's up? Cosmo is here. We got 3. We got the power of 3. What time is it where you are? It's like 11. What time is it now? 11:12 right now. It's 12 minutes after 11 p.m. It's dark outside. It's dark outside. Oh, okay, so you're behind a little bit. Yeah. You're in a different time zone. You're in a different time zone. Larry of the Corner. Welcome to Larry of the Corner. Whoever used to watch Larry King. Larry King. He had a lot of celebrities come onto his show and for interaction, for interviews. Wow, I see a number 3 up there. 3 people. A total of 3. It's too dark for you. Okay. I was going to close down. It's pretty late here. So maybe at 9 o'clock, maybe tomorrow, we can meet again. So we meet again. Oh, that's making me sleepy. Oh, that's making me sleepy. All right. What's this? It's too dark for you. So 0. Oh, that's a sad face? That looks like Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill! Oh no! Well, it was so good of you to join. Hopefully, we'll do this again tomorrow. Tomorrow around this time. I usually start at 10 o'clock. But it's really past my bedtime. I've got to just relax now. It's time to relax. So I don't know how to say goodbye. So I guess I'll just say it and get it over with. I'm glad you all joined. Thank you for my 6 likes. I guess I can sleep well tonight, knowing that I have 6 likes. I hope it was fun for you. It was definitely fun for me. All right. Beloved! Beloved! Cosmo has a, it looks like 2 cats or something. Is that Lady and the Tramp? You ever seen that cartoon, Lady and the Tramp? That was an old Disney feature. Lady and the Tramp. That's weird that you were able to switch logos like that. I'm tired also, so I guess I'll close the shop down. It's time to leave now. Au revoir, mon frère.